How you going, people? Revvid's back again. This time covering something that my buddy Paul Morris suggested to do, and a label a lot of us Aussies love, the TEL video. They put out a lot of good stuff. Unfortunately, I don't have an awful lot here, but I'll show you guys what I do have, because what I have here is, well, I'm guessing some of the better ones, some of the better titles they put out, you know. So this one's quite hard to find. Human Animals. I don't even know how to describe it. It's a real fucking oddity. There's pretty much no dialogue in the film. There's two guys and a dog, and it's a post-apocalyptic type film. It's recommended, you know. It's not fantastic, but it just for the oddity value of it, it's worth seeing. It's quite fucking bizarre. Shocking Asia 2 from memory. It was okay, but part 1 was heaps better. Shock value wise, part 1 is pretty fucking out there. But look, it's still good to have. Part 2, the only copy of this I've ever found, Children of the Night. I think it's some sort of fucking vampire film. It looks boring as shit to me, but I just grabbed it because it's very rare. There's the TEL label. Codename Wild Geese. I really like this one. All-star cast: Borgnine, Lewis Collins, Van Cleef, Kinski. It's an Anthony Dawson film, and yeah, it was one of the better ones, you know. They put out quite a few Dawson films on TEL. Ark of the Sun God. As you can see, it's a Indiana Jones type rip-off. I like this sort of stuff though, you know. It's very cheesy, very fucking cheap. Dawson's renowned for using his you know, like model set pieces, and they don't look realistic or anything, but I like that sort of thing. It's, you know, it's just my thing, you know. I think it's good. Iron Master, Umberto Lenzi film from memory. I think it's Lenzi. George Eastman is in it. It was quite good. From memory, it was quite bloody and whatnot, but it's been a long time since I've seen that. The Instructor. I think the best thing about this is the design. From memory, the film itself was absolutely fucking pathetic. Like a lot of the UK nasties, you know, the best part about a lot of them was the designs themselves. I mean, it's pretty fucking pretty nice design, as you can see on that. I think it's fantastic, but I don't recommend the film. Pretty much the most sought after TEL that I'm aware of, well, in my eyes anyway, Sleepaway Camp. I only have one copy. We got the full uncut version. I know numerous releases, and even the original Region 1 DVDs were missing swearing and all this sort of crap. And it's got quite a good design on that as well. I did have two copies. One got mould and got fucked up beyond comprehension. I had to throw it out. The Hitter blaxploitation film. This is quite a good one. I think my tape was a little bit damaged. It was still watchable, but the sound was all fucked up and shit on it. I don't know if it's an inherent quality of that release or whether it was just my tape. Sword of the Barbarians. I honestly can't remember who directed that, and I think it was pretty average. I'm not a huge fan of the Barbarian films. There's a few exceptions. Love this film. Blue Sunshine. Need to get the DVD, Blu-ray, sorry, that just came out. I do not have it. Yeah, just the storyline to this alone was very unique. As many of you know, I absolutely hate fucking rehash stuff. I'm pretty much over zombie films, to be honest. Everything is fucking zombie these days, and I'm just fucking over it. But, you know, films like this that retain originality and whatnot, to me, is what filmmaking's all about. I love that film. Death Machines. I'm told this is very, very entertaining and my style of film, but the bane of VHS collectors, the cunt won't track. I really had my mind set on watching this after Paul told me about it, and yeah, it refuses to track in both of my decks. This is quite hard to get as well. Rooster. Yeah, I haven't watched it. It's probably boring. I really don't know. I'm just guessing, but it's not an easy one to find. Aces Go Places, again, it's a PG actioner. I should really sit down and watch that, but it looks like some sort of comedy actioner, which is really not my thing. Shocking Asia, I think most of you guys know this, is absolutely fucking horrendous, just for the penis amputation scene alone, which will have all you blokes out there grabbing your genitals in a blink of an eye and shouting, "Ooh," because I know I did. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up, pretty messed up, this film. A lot of you guys know the TEL cases, they're very nice, and they seem to have reversible covers all the time. This one's got white fire on the back, but they're the most fragile fucking motherfucking cases ever made in existence. You've had a case, like, this is an original one, but as you can see, the sun just destroys them, and they fucking disintegrate before your eyes as soon as you sneeze at the fucking things. I've only got 2 original cases, which really sucks. Cage Furious, Sergio Santiago, Women in Prison film. This came from Conrad. Thanks, mate. Still haven't watched this. Again, this is in quite good shape, apart from a crack there, but the rest of the case is pretty much intact. It's just a shame. They're great releases, but the cases are just fucking pathetic. Shark Hunter with Franco Nero. I really like this film. A lot of people sort of think it's boring and whatnot, but I'm just a big Franco Nero fan. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. I can't even remember who directed that. I think it was an Enzo Castellari film from memory. White Fire. This is fantastic with Fred Williamson. Robert Ginty. I'm a big Ginty fan. After seeing Exterminator, I was hooked on the bloke. Really bizarre. He gets on with some chick that in the end turns out to be sister or some fucking carry on. I can't remember. It was really fucking whack. There's a chainsaw fight and all that sort of stuff. Texas Chainsaw. This is the most sought after. There was 2 releases. This is the original one with Leatherface on the cover. No point in going on about Texas Chainsaw. I think you all know the film. Siege, fantastic film. It's like another variant of Assault on Precinct 13, but I prefer it. I think it's great. Yeah, I mean, I can't recommend this enough. There's no DVD release of it. I love it so much that I've got 2 copies, and my good buddy Nick was kind enough to snag this for me, and look how fucking magnificent it is. It's the only TEL poster of Siege I've ever seen, and I fucking just about cream on my pants looking at it. I need to get that framed. Like, poster wise, that is top shelf for me. That's my favourite poster that I own. Executioner, also known as something Massacre Mafia style or some fucking thing. The Duke Mitchell film. I like that. I like that a lot. Great film. Alien Terror. Fantastic cover on this one. But I can't say much about the film. I know it's got its fans and whatnot, but I found it absolutely fucking dreary. Not a fan. Ninja Mission, totally fantastic. The first, yeah, fucking half hour or so drags, maybe a bit longer, drags a bit, but there's Sam Peckinpah inspired type slow motion action scenes all the way through it. It's really quite bloody. Very recommended. I think a lot of you guys would have seen. I think the UK tape was cut to pieces. I don't know if there's a DVD release of this. I really don't know. But it's fantastic. Tornado Patrol was another good one. I think that was a Marighetti film as well. Anthony Dawson, sorry, I'm getting fucking mixed up here. I've got the Japan tape as well. It's just released as Tornado, whereas ours was Tornado Patrol. It's got a really bleak ending to it, which I like because it was different, you know. It wasn't a happy, fucking lovely, flowery fucking ending, you know what I mean? I don't want to give too much away if you haven't seen it. Ruggiero's Raiders of Atlantis. Most releases seem to sort of have this same design with slight variation to them. I've got the Swedish one and the Dutch one, I think, from memory as well. But yeah, look, I think you guys know this film as well. There's no point me going on about it, but it's just got a massive, massive cast of Italian regulars. Like everything about this film to me is fucking magnificent. So much so that I have the TEL poster of it. And again, it's an odd fucking size, being like a long day bill, so it's not framed. But I need to get onto that. I don't want these fucking masterpieces to get fucked up, because they're extremely rare. I mean, I was surprised. Paul pointed out this to me. Thanks, Paul. Many thanks for this. On an eBay auction, and no shit, this was like $7. I was fucking astounded, and it is an original VTC fucking day bill. And Siege, like I said, I got that from Nick for nothing. I can be generous at times, but I don't know if I'm I don't know if I'm that generous. Forever grateful for that. So that's about it, guys. That's all I have in the way of TEL. So I can now get back to my drinking. I do that sometimes, you know, like that. I live on beer like you people live on air, actually. So yeah, that's all the TEL I've got, guys. And I'll wrap it up. I'll see you people on the next one, and take care.